I think it's popcorn. Can't figure it out.
Oh, popcorn. Get it? Oh, man.
Oh, I need my fan. Father God. Already.
Oh, I said the same thing.
Feel it.
You're right, because you don't want to have a moment and you can't do anything about it.
What?
A fan.
Oh, you got your fan? Okay.
They don't come too often, but when they come, they mean.
Run real quick. Not like that. Jump like that.
You got your key? Okay.
You have a minute. You only have a minute with 60 seconds in it. Bishop said, so, if everything doesn't go right, don't quit. He said, I know you. It's not perfect. You say you can't do it.
Okay.
I said,
Thank
well,
you.
then Bishop, it needs to be perfect. We do not. Oh, she does. Oh,
I do.
Oh, we all want. You
Yes.
need water, Eric?
No, I have one.
Okay, look at us being great. Keisha,
Thank
you only have 30 seconds. Run for your. I don't know where
You
all
got
the
your
ladies
water?
are. Did we send it out to the leaders? We didn't send it out to the leaders?
I think I saw it.
Yeah.
I sent the message to
We have
Mr.
like
Diane to
10
send it out.
DLC.
20 seconds.
Yes, she sent it out.
Which one?
Tell me when it's 7, because I'm getting my charger out. We're going to go on live exactly at 7. Here we go. I'm going to charge my computer. Okay. Here we go. All right. And we are live. Hello, can everyone hear me? Everyone, if you could put, okay, I see Cousin Donna said they can hear us. Cheryl Sibley, hey. Miss Linda, we missed you on prayer yesterday. Prayer's not the same if I don't see you. I didn't have your telephone number. I was going to call you just to check in. Hey, Sylvia, we're missing you tonight and praying for your sister. We're praying for your sister, Sylvia. Praying for your sister. All is well. Cousin Sandy, Aunt Sandy Boone, I love you. Darlene, good to see you. Alfreda, great to see. I love people on camera. Oh, it just makes my, no one wants to, as Jordan says, speak to Hollywood squares. Hey, Danielle Boxley. Hey, Kimberly. Hey. Come on, the rest of y'all. And you can be in your bonnet. You can be in your night. All we ask you just cover up the girls. That's all we ask.
Hallelujah.
Cover up the girls. But
Yes.
this is woman time. Regina James, good to see you. I can't tell who that is over there. I just see iPhone. They look like they're working out. She said, I'm going to get on this candy conversation while I'm in the gym. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm here for that. Hello, everyone. So welcome to second edition of Candy Conversations. And for those of you that may, let me just say hello to Liz and, oh, Mama, the JoJo is on. Hey, Mom. Who else? We have Candace Rogers and Brittany Brown and Liz Golston and Liz Tolton. Vivian Murray, God bless you. And I think, is that Kimberly Butler? I can't see the name.
See Tam.
And is that Kimberly Butler in the right-hand corner? Is that Kimberly Butler?
Kimberly.
I think that's
Davila
Kimberly Butler.
Butler, yes.
God bless
Yes.
you. God bless you. I didn't see Tamara. Somebody said Tamara
She right
was
in the
on.
middle.
Oh, is she?
The center square.
Oh, hey, Tam. I see Deirdre Robinson is there.
Yes.
Agnes, God bless you, beautiful. Thank you, everyone. Please send the link.
I'm here. I just can't get on the video.
Who said that?
Faye Rowland.
Faye.
Oh, y'all have to mute everybody for me, please. That's okay, Miss Faye. Hit your camera button. Oh, Lord, that was a surprise right there. Welcome. Hey, Lakeisha Littlejohn. God bless you. Deshaun Thomas, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Do me a favor. The link that you hit, yes, please take that link and share it. Share it with all of your friends and family. I guess except for the young lady that's on the bicycle getting her workout in. I'm not sure what's happening in the house tonight.
They said turn the sound up.
Huh?
Sound up.
Turn the sound up for us, please. If y'all can turn the sound up. They said the sound is really low. I don't know if they can still see us because we can't see them.
They can see us.
They can see us. We just can't see. This is
Yes.
awkward. This is awkward. We're talking to a blank screen. I need someone to get that up for me, please, 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 and thank you. So welcome to Candy Conversations. If you are new here, first of all, send that link out. This is a woman's safe space to have conversations that pertain to us on a daily basis. And having Dr. Zimmerman could expound on this, but having a space to talk. It's interesting, Dr. Zimmerman. I was talking to my son, Jeremiah Bishop, and I, and of course, he's experienced a couple tragedies at his university that he experienced, and we were talking to him about going to counseling.
Yeah.
And my son said, I can read whatever I need in a book. And our response was, maybe that's true, but counseling gives you a space to talk.
Yes.
And that's part of the healing process, is to be able to get it. You want to expound on that before we get started?
Absolutely. It's like when you're a small kid and, let's say you're afraid of the dark, or you see a shadow and it's near a window and it looks like a monster because of the shadow. And not until you cut the light on do you realize what you see is not so harmful. It's not really a monster.
Wow.
It's not something that can harm you. So I apply counseling in the same way. It's you put the light on it. And when it's inside your head, things have the capacity to do a lot more harm than when you actually get them out. And you realize, oh, okay, I can manage that. I can handle that. So it's a lot more palatable at that point. So.
Well said. Don't y'all give a big round of applause to Dr. Zimmerman. And before I introduce you to our guest today, this is Candy Conversations. For those of you that may be with us for the first time, I call it Candy Conversations because some conversations are bitter and some are sweet. But nonetheless, conversations help us heal. Conversations help us grow. Conversations help us expand our knowledge base. Conversations are how we get wisdom, and that's why these spaces are, watch your mic, Dr. Zimmerman, why these spaces are so important, because we want to have a space where we can talk. I wish all of you were here. My objective is during the summer months or the spring months, we can do Candy Conversations in person for all of you that are able to make it out and have a big woman's round table, because your opinions really do matter. So tonight is part 2. Trauma is our conversation. Trauma. I need everyone in the comment section, in the chat, to just write the word trauma. Each and every one of us have been touched by it. And I don't even have to ask the question, I already know, because there is zero chance that we live on this earth and haven't faced some type of trauma. Whether it was in your formative years, your young adult years, your adult years, your senior years, we've all experienced some phase of trauma. And tonight, our objective collectively is to say something, to have this banter that will allow you to raise the way you feel and the way you think, so you can walk in freedom. That's my full objective, is to get the world to walk in freedom.
Yes.
Yes.
And let me just tell you, it is possible. Does everyone on this panel agree that it is possible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, it is. And do you all also agree that it's a lot of hard introspective work?
Yes.
Yes.
Dear,
Yes.
Erica just put her head down. Yes.
Absolutely.
So let's not get it twisted. This healing does not take place with, watch this. It does. I sound like a preacher, didn't I? Lord have mercy. Preachers love to say, watch this. I'm like, we're watching. But watch this. This healing doesn't take place with the no. That's in its place, absolutely effective. It's the way we pray to God and the enemy can't disturb it. but healing is doing the work.
Yes.
Healing is
Yes.
doing the work. And so tonight, we're going to talk about some of the work that each of us did to heal.
Yes,
So we're going to do some recaps on what some of our traumas were. I'm going to share a few of mine with you. And then we're going to talk about what we did. And Loretta, I know you're helping me moderate, but you're in the hot seat tonight too.
I noticed.
So you have to be contributory tonight.
Yeah.
I got you.
Last week she got away with saying nothing, but this day Loretta is participatory. All right.
Yes.
Sylvia, where are you?
She wants you back, Sylvia. But I want to introduce you. Starting to my left is Deacon Keisa Gurley, who also serves as bishop and my wonderful and effective and brilliant assistant. Over there to my left.
Thank you so much for having us, Pastor. This is an honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And next to her is the incomparable
so
Dr. Zimmerman. And she is a wealth of knowledge. You can tell God birthed her to do what she does, because it's with such love and compassion. And to my right is my other wonderful, beautiful assistant minister, Loretta Jackson Vincent.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you.
And then to her right, and my right as well, is the lovely, lovely Kingdom Queen here at the City of Praise, Erica. And y'all welcome Erica. And so I want to thank each of you for being wise enough to join us. Please, again, share that link, and let's just jump right into it. Before we go deep into this conversation tonight, and we only keep you 1 hour, so stay locked and loaded. I want to get your definitions, ladies, on how you define trauma. And everybody said, because our books on psychology give us certain definitions on things, but I want to hopefully one of us have a definition that resonates with you.
Yeah.
These conversations about us raising awareness to situations. It is not a crime that you went through a trauma.
Yeah.
It is not a bad thing that you went through a trauma. It felt like it, Erica. But all of this is in God's plan.
Yeah.
All of this is in God's plan. Here is the biggest issue, Keisa. Most people don't ever get to what it is God wanted them to get to. They don't ever get to it. What would have happened to the mother who lost her child to drunk driving if she had not started MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving? She got to where God wanted her to get to. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
Yes.
that's the tragedy that I'm trying to get everyone to escape from, is that, okay, it happened. Now what? Can you hear me on the Zoom? Can you hear me on the Zoom? The question is, once you've had the trauma, now what? And before I get your definitions, here is the biggest conundrum of all time within the church. God bless me. God is good. God's got it. God's handling it. And all of that is true. All of it is true. But that does not preclude you from still doing the work to be whole.
Yes.
And if you want to know the truth, and Dr. Zimmerman, we're going to talk about this later,
Yes, ma'am.
trauma shows up.
Yeah.
Trauma shows up.
Yes.
When you are quick to anger, that's trauma showing up. When you are quick to frustration, trauma showing up. When you are quick to tell people off and you just like, no, that's just the way I am. No, baby, that's trauma showing up. And we cannot, I always say this, Iyanla Vanzant coined it the best. Call the thing the thing.
Yeah.
Call the thing the thing. And I'm going to end it here and get your opinions on what trauma means. This morning and yesterday morning, when I was doing my 1 hour prayer, I was at the place where I was praying the prayer of forgiveness. And what I mean by that is I was calling out to God to forgive me for anything that I've done in word, conversation, or deed, because I can never, ever get his forgiveness if I don't first forgive others. So I was saying, God, I forgive this person, I forgive that person. And you know what happened, Erica? I realized that I had family members that caused me trauma to whom I never realized I needed to say, I forgive you for what you did. I forgive you for what you didn't do. And I'm not afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to say it. My grandmother allowed a cousin to beat me and my siblings. And today, even though she's gone on to be with the Lord, I said, Grandma, I forgive you.
Yeah,
Amen.
that's good.
Amen. That's good.
I had never even thought I needed to do that. Grandma, I forgive you. I said to my uncles that when my father transitioned and my mother was left to raise 3 babies alone, and they did not show up in the way that they should to be supportive, today I said, I forgive you. They were all raising their families in these big, beautiful homes and taking swimming lessons with their kids and sending them on these wonderful vacations while my mother was really just working hard to make sure we had a wonderful place to live and get a great education. And today I said, I forgive you. Not that they owed us anything.
Yeah.
But worst case scenario or best case scenario, they could have said, Joyce, we're here if you need us. That would have meant a lot for uncles and aunts to do. So I'm just saying to you, we've all had traumas. And mama, I hope that didn't, listen, let me make it record clear. That was not my mama's mama. Okay, there we go. So my mama said, this girl. But my truth is also my light. So I'm going to start with you, Kisa. How would you define trauma?
I would define trauma as that experience or situation in your life that left you, for me, brought me to my knees, seeking God, seeking something. At the time, I didn't know it was just God, but seeking something to comfort me out of that pain, something that wounded me so deeply. Just wanted that comfort, something that needed, I knew it needed healing, it needed something, but something to soothe that pain, that ache, that hurt from that experience. And now you put the twist on it, that thing that God allowed so that you can be a difference, be a light, be a lesson to somebody, becomes your testimony, becomes your story to share with somebody else, not something to bury. I learned that later. I did not know that out the gate, but you learn that later, that God has a purpose in that pain. So that incident or that situation or experience that left you with such pain that you had to, you come to believe or learn that God had a purpose in it, because he's not cruel. God is not a cruel God. He has a reason and a purpose in all that he allows in our lives. And that's my definition of it.
So I hope someone on the screen received that tonight. Your trauma is not built to kill you. It wasn't built to kill you. I know it felt like it. And our feelings are real. Like if you were abandoned, if you were abused, if you were neglected, that's real. But all we're trying to impress upon you tonight is God allowed it to happen, because only good and perfect things come from God. But he allowed it to get you to the purpose of which he had planned for you. That purpose is always connected to helping somebody. It's always. Dr. Zimmerman, I'm sure, is a better counselor based on her trauma. I am a better pastor based on my trauma. Right? We find a way to love deeper. We find a way to forgive deeper, because we never want to make someone feel the way we once felt. Is that correct?
Yes.
That's on point.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's on point.
It makes me think, you know, you don't want to believe that God had anything to do with such hurt and such pain. It's hard for us to conceptualize that. But if we think about Jesus on the cross, he allowed him to die for our sins, and how that must, for him, how he didn't get that like he cried out and asked if he could take it away. The same feeling we feel, God, why would you allow this? But he shows us, I have a plan, I have a purpose. I have a purpose in that. That's what it made me think about just now.
Well, yeah, I almost ran, but I'm on the screen.
Yeah,
I'm on-
yeah.
That
I love it.
correlation is powerful.
Yeah.
Because Jesus was on the cross.
Yes.
Having been beaten till his bowels hung out.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Having the thorn crown brow placed on his head. Having nails pierced in his hands and his feet. Yet God did not do that to torture him. He did it for the third day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Okay, we
Yeah.
can't.
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes.
Jesus. Lord. Did you?
Say at the time, I'm sure people watching that would say, why? Like how that this can't be of God.
Yeah.
But later we learn it's all in his perfect plan and how
Yeah.
beautiful that story and plan is. And that's the same for us.
Yeah.
It's the same for us.
Yeah.
Same for
I
us.
love that. And Jesus is our great example setter.
Yeah.
So he was that example that he went through torture and went through torture for us who were yet in sin. Dear God. Okay,
Yes.
we're not going to stay there because this
Yes.
will turn into a whole preaching message. And I didn't come here to preach.
Yes.
Dr. Zimmerman, and now, Dr. Zimmerman, we have to be careful now because we know that you have your analytical.
No, I will
your,
not be
your-
analytical.
I want your heartfelt
Yeah.
explanation of
Yeah,
how
yeah.
you would define trauma.
So, not very different than what Kisa said. I think it's an event, an action, something that you experience that creates a fracture. And, you know, in light of what we're talking about, you know, it's all ordained by our Heavenly Father or allowed to grow us. That fracture is not to kill us, but it is to make us stronger, and it is to be a light for others. So I'm keep it simple.
That's all right. Because it's difficult for her not to go analytical, right?
Yeah.
And I
Keep it real
understand that. She has so much training, and that's true. So I hope that you all are like hearing this and understanding where we're kind of going with this, because we can tell you what the psychologists and psychiatrists and psychotherapists have said, but we want to come from the aspect in this moment from what we feel. Because we are not in our glorified bodies yet, right? So we acknowledge that we are in these temples, and these temples have feelings, but we're going to transition to how we define trauma, to how we overcome. And overcoming trauma is an interesting concept, because for a lot of us, depending on when the trauma took place, and the moment we came to the knowledge that it can be better, is something we have to work on all the days of our lives. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And that's
Yes.
okay. And that's okay. That's not a crime. Loretta, how would you describe trauma?
For me, I was, in my older years, as I matured, I knew about trauma, I knew of trauma, but did not know that I was experiencing trauma from a young age up until I got into CR.
Tell them what CR is.
Celebrate recovery, letting go your hurts, habits, and hang-ups. As a lot of people think it's drugs and alcohol. I've never been a drinker. I don't do drugs. Never done drugs. So for me, it was internal in my head, in my heart. But the trauma, it brought it up. I didn't know all the trauma that I've gone through until I started writing what it was. And now that I know, I've become a better person to myself and to the people around me.
Good God.
But, you know, the most traumatic was losing a mother at a very young age. And you don't realize that it's such a traumatic experience. You're like, oh, God, I don't have a mother anymore. That was my thought. But now, as I retrospect, I'm like, wow, I've gone through a lot. Didn't even realize it until I became an adult.
Wow.
So But now that I know, and the part that really got me, you go through all of these incidents, and it's in your head, and you're wondering, why am I keep thinking about this? Why does this keep coming up? Why am I acting that way?
Right.
Why am I saying that?
Right.
And when I realized what it was, I'm like, oh, wow. I became a different person to myself and to my family. So this is, I will say to every woman on here, you have to introspect to see what it is and why you are acting the way or saying what you're saying and how you're treating people. Because it's those experiences that you have buried in your head that you don't even think they're there, but they're there.
That's so
Yes, so good. Yes.
good.
Oh my
Speak,
goodness.
Loretta, speak.
It's so, what you just said is layered.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna have to circle back to that because
Yeah.
you said something that was gonna be my next series of questions, and we really want to unpack that because I know a lot of women on here. For me, because I've been doing this so long, my young self, my naive self, if people presented themselves in a certain way with a certain energy, I would just be hurt.
Right.
And
Right.
I'm not a clapbacker.
Right.
I've never been. So I always walk away the broken, hurt, crying one,
Yes, yes.
right? But now I still don't clap back. But now I recognize the broken spirit.
And pity them almost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't take it personal.
Right.
Right. Right.
That's the thing I wish someone told me in my
Yeah.
20s
Yes,
that I
yes.
teach my children. Don't take it personal.
Never about
because it's the spirit of trauma on
Yeah.
them. And that just, it's so much to talk about that I wanted to get into what you were saying. We're going to get into it, but let me get her to define. Y'all might need paper and pen to write down your thoughts so you don't forget them because it's so much we want to chime in on. And ladies, please, I don't want to call on you. We're talking.
Yes.
Yes.
And when we sitting in a friend circle, you don't go, can I speak? We just talk.
Yes, yes.
And if we talk over each other, then rest of us will back up and say, but let's just talk. Let's just talk. I don't, but Erica, how do you define trauma?
I would say any experience that you may have, whether it be as a child, adolescent, teenager, that molds or shapes you into the habits and the person that you become.
Good definition.
I think my personal trauma from childhood abuse kind of started the ball rolling with me having children young. I think not having a father, it kind of sounds like a cop-out or like an excuse, but I think not having a male presence in my life kind of led me to seek out that like love or attention from men when I shouldn't have been, or at least not from those people, of course. I think that seeing things that I saw shaped me into being the type of mother that I was, and recognizing those traumas helped to shape me into the mother that I am now.
Wow.
So I think that's one reason that it's really, really important to recognize your traumas and face them.
Yes.
Like you said, call a thing a thing.
Yeah.
Get it out there and it'll go away. Well, not go away, but it'll be easier to work through.
Yeah. Working through is definitely the right way to say it. So I wanna explore this because Loretta, you touched it. You touched it. Because let's all look at the screen right now. If we look at the screen right now, we have 60, is that 6 or 68?
68.
Incredible women on this screen. And y'all are looking at us and we're looking at you, especially the ones on the camera. We're looking at your beautiful faces. And the interesting thing is, looking at you, we can't tell what you've been through. But the scars are there. And Loretta, you said something so powerful that, do you know how many people don't realize that their traumas are in front of them? You know how you meet a person and their personality is so big and so loving that that personality enters the room before they do. And the minute they enter the room, everyone is like, oh my God. People will watch them from afar because they admire that energy and that strength and that tenacity. That's the same thing that happens with a person with trauma.
Yes.
But often they don't even know it. So we're saying to each of you on this Zoom tonight as we talk about trauma, dig deep.
Yeah.
And if you don't remember anything I say tonight, I want you to remember this one thing. Be honest with yourself.
Amen. That's the first part.
You have to be honest. You can't say, well, you know, I got an attitude because I'm going through menopause. That's probably true. That's probably true.
Probably.
Menopause, we're going to talk about menopause on one of these candy conversations. We're going to talk about it. But here's the catch. You were mean before menopause started.
That's the presidency.
So we know we can't blame it on menopause, right? You were clapping back at people long before menopause, so we can't blame it on menopause. What I'm trying to impress upon you, and I want you ladies to jump in here, you cannot begin a healing freedom process until you're first honest with yourself.
Yes.
Honest to say, you're quick to anger. Honest to say, I'm always misunderstood. Misunderstood people are really people that have a world of things going on. And you're not misunderstood. You're just not honest with yourself that these are my issues. And I'm going to put myself on the line, and I want you ladies to jump in. I've said this before, openly on the gratitude journey. When I'm feeling overwhelmed, and that overwhelm turns to pressure, I had to learn that's a trigger for me. That pressure reminds me of the death of my father and all of what we went through those years. That's a trigger for me. And what I would do is, I'm already a super neat person. I can find everything I need in the pitch dark, because that's how neat I am. If you need a screwdriver, I can find it in the dark. If you need an AA battery, I can find it in the dark. No, I'm not lying. That's how precise my house is. Here's the thing, though. As clean it is, when I'm triggered, I go harder. And I just clean. And I'm cleaning. And I'm cleaning the middle of the floor. I'm wiping down walls. I'm cleaning. I'm cleaning the trash can. I'm cleaning. And it took my son to say, Mom, what is wrong with you? And I said, boy, ain't nothing wrong with me. And he said, Mom, whenever you're stressed, this is what you do. And that's when I had to be honest with myself and go, what is it that's triggering me? I don't think people know.
Yes.
Because like you said, they not. Our brains, in order for us to function, and Dr. Zimmerman can speak to this, in order for us to function and to carry on, we have to block out some stuff in our hard drive.
Yes.
It's too much.
Yes.
And especially when you're a child and you don't know how to process, and you don't have an adult there to help you process, or a counselor. You have to, that's why a lot of people can't remember.
Right.
Because they had to they had to delete it
Rewire.
from the hard drive. Talk.
We've rewired.
So,
Yes.
when you brought up a child, I just thinking back to what I shared, I witnessed abuse growing up. So I was not physically abused, but my mother was. And it was very traumatic for me as the eldest child who became parentified. I then determined that, I had to be the second mama to my sisters. because now mama, she's got an issue. So if something happens to her, I got to be the one to hold the family down. I was 11.
Jesus.
So
Wow.
what you were just saying about a child, children don't understand the adult things. We think they do. I was a very mature child. So you would look at me and think, oh, she,
Right.
no, I was a kid. And I needed guidance from the adults around me on how to unpack what I was seeing. But I just knew I couldn't talk about it. I couldn't share that. I can't tell the business of the house outside the house.
Yes.
That's
was
how
the
you
rule.
raised.
Yes.
You know, you don't
Yes.
talk about house business outside. So I turned it in another way and grew up with that until I got saved. I have to think that's when I believe that's when I got free, when I was a teenager. But children don't have the capacity to understand things or understand the world or what's happening around them the way adults do. And so when you are traumatized, there's certain parts of us that stop developing
Yes.
at that moment
Yes.
of the trauma.
That's it.
And so you
That's it.
carry that childlike behavior, that kid that needs to be freed into your adulthood because we don't know how to deal with it. We don't know how to
Yes.
unpack it when we're kids. And so when you're walking around like Pastor was saying, you know, being nasty to people and you don't know why you're being nasty or you looking at a couple all bunned up and you giving the side eye and giving hate, not knowing from whatever you went through, you're carrying
Yes.
that with you. You don't even realize it. And similar to what you were saying, Loretta, we carry invisible things because we don't have the capacity to process them. And so when you start talking about it and when you illuminate it, when you put the light on it, now you realize and you're getting feedback from people and you hear it outside of your head. Your head, your perspective only validates the wrong that's already happening up here.
Yes, yes.
So you
Yes.
gotta talk.
Yes.
You gotta get it out because up here,
Yes.
it's
Yes.
twisted in that
Yes,
minefield.
yes.
But when you open your mouth and you hear the things that you're thinking, you realize how wrong you were and you're allowed to see a different perspective as well. So, yeah.
And that's why you need an outside person.
Yeah.
Can we be
Exactly.
clear?
Yes.
You need an outside voice because
Yes.
if you're gonna banter with the thoughts in your own head, who
That's
wins?
a problem.
Who gives you a different?
That's a problem.
You would be
Yes.
surprised how many people think they can think their way to healing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's impossible because you're only battling with the thoughts you have.
Right.
Someone
Yes.
has to give you no. It's
From
a
your
truth.
perspective, from your own perspective
Right.
of things, from your own perspective, from
wrong.
your experiences, your processing. We all see, we can look at, I don't know, stand on a mountaintop and look down in the valley, but we all will be at the same vantage point, but see something different
Yes.
based off of our own
Experience.
experiences
Yeah. Right.
and perspectives.
Yeah.
Some of us that are into nature will highlight the trees and the colors
yeah.
and the
Yeah.
flowers.
Yeah.
And somebody who is, I don't know, into something else will see something else and something else and something else and so on. But that's the same thing with our traumas and our
Yeah.
experiences. When we run into something that becomes a trigger,
Yeah.
our response is based on that perspective from what we experienced when we were younger. And
Yeah.
oh, I wish someone had taught me that
Yeah.
a long
Yeah.
time ago.
That's a whole show.
Oh,
What
yeah.
I wish someone taught me.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
You need to pin that.
Yeah,
Clap
Yes,
that.
yes. 'Cause
Yeah, I
you
might make that a T-shirt.
Right.
Because you would
And
show
with-
up different in relationships.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, man, it's not personal.
Right.
It's not personal.
It's not personal.
It's not.
Right.
What I thought that meant didn't mean that.
Yeah.
Sure.
It was only meant that to me and
Right.
my thinking because of my traumas.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we don't realize we're in denial. We don't realize, we don't realize we're in denial, and we don't realize that it's us. We think it's everybody else.
Yeah.
Like Keisha said, it's in our head, and we have internalized, and like you said, we just keep it in our head and we react, and we're doing this like you're cleaning. And if I had not come to the city of praise, I would still be walking around with all this still in me.
Jesus.
So I know that God brought me here
Yeah.
because when I walked in the door, the first message I received from Bishop, it just took me to my knees.
Wow.
So I know I needed healing from all that has gone on in my life, losing my parents and just stuff. My cousin molested me. It was just a lot of stuff. But to come here and to get my healing, I am
Yeah.
grateful. I'm beyond grateful. And did not know why I was so angry with everybody, why I was reacting. And it's the past traumas that just hold you bound. It's like the devil got you until you get your freedom, and now it's other stuff that's trying to get to you.
Yeah.
And he makes
It
you
never
think
stops.
that you're protecting yourself.
Right.
It becomes your protective mechanism. You know, it becomes your
Right.
protective mechanism. You think you're protecting yourself, so you
Right.
justify
You're
your
not.
behavior.
Right,
It's like,
right.
I'm not going to let them hurt me.
Right.
So I'm responding. and
Exactly.
I'm gonna- Or I'm going to hurt first.
Yes.
Or I'm going to protect myself in such a way, in the clapback or in the
Yeah, yeah.
withdrawal or the mean girl behavior.
Yeah.
Whatever it shows up as, you're just protecting yourself. You've convinced yourself that that's what you have to do to survive.
Yes.
But we're in error. We're in error.
And it's interesting, if I can give you a mental image, I hope everyone can hear me on this. So last week, I was in the kitchen and I was cooking for Bishop. Look at me being great. Because I cooked while the children were growing. So I cooked for 20-some years.
Yes.
And once they got grown, it wasn't that I didn't want to cook. I found out I had a lot of food allergies. And Bishop really wanted to care for me in that way. So he started cooking. And I will cook for him any day. But I'm in the kitchen cooking and I couldn't open something. So I got a knife and I tried to use the knife and I cut my thumb. Here was the interesting thing. I kept trying to put a Band-Aid on and the Band-Aid kept coming off and it kept re-injuring that same cut, and let me just tell you, it was a small cut. It was what we call a superficial cut. However, that cut hurt my whole body.
Yes.
That
Yes.
cut, I was like, how in God's name does this little teeny superficial cut hurt my face, my legs, my back? No, I'm taking you somewhere. Like it really, the signal is sent to my brain, which is pain, 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 pain. Guess what? That's exactly what happens with trauma. It's the same thing. And it's like we cry and we go, oh, that hurt. And you might put some little Bengay on it or some alcohol on it, and that just hurts. Healing sometimes will hurt, baby.
Yes.
But it hurts worse
Yes.
to hold on to the pain.
Yes.
That's the one thing I need to convince everyone on tonight. I have so many people tell me I'm not ready. I'm not ready for healing. I'm not ready. Pastor Yolanda,
Get
it's too,
ready.
I can't
Yes.
think about it. It'd be too hard. You don't realize you are pulling 5 Mack trucks holding
Yes.
on to the pain. And wouldn't you rather hold on to those 5 trucks, work on healing, and be free? It doesn't make people take those 5 Mack trucks to the grave, having never experienced freedom.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good
And you don't get to hide behind God. God got it. God got it. God got it.
Yes.
God is going, I've been had it, baby. But when you gonna get whole?
Yeah.
When you gonna go get whole? So
Yeah.
we're saying in the Black community, you are not crazy for going to counseling. You go to counseling to keep from going crazy.
Yes.
If you are not experiencing peace on a daily basis, even in tough situations, and trust me, I'm a pastor, I go through them too, I am not exempt. And I will have to go inside myself and proclaim the peace of God. If you cannot do that, you need to work on some traumas. If everything makes you cry, if everything makes you mad, if everything makes you sad, if everyone gets on your nerves, if you can't ever laugh out loud, genuinely, it's okay to wave the red flag and say, I need some help.
Yes.
I feel like it hurts.
Thank
to-
you, Erica. Come on in, Erica.
Why you do?
Because I want to hear from you.
I feel like it hurts to bring up all that trauma and get it out there, but it hurts worse to keep it in.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
hurting you more.
Yeah.
And you're hurting others around you
Yes.
that matter to you. So you gotta get it out. You have to get it out and put it out there. And once it's out there, everything's gonna seem so much better, so much brighter.
Freedom.
Exactly.
It's freedom.
Exactly.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So my question to each of you then is, what are some of the things that you have personally done to invest in you? Because Loretta, you said it right, and I just so agree. I say this on the gratitude journey. I am a better pastor. I'm a better wife. I'm a better mother because I work on me.
Yeah.
Because I work on me. And I'm going to put all my business out on this here table. Something happened at the end of last year, somewhere in December, and I can't remember what it was, but the way that I perceived it happening to me, it hurt me. That hurt, listen carefully, that hurt turned to anger. And let me tell you how it turned to anger. Because it triggered a trauma, and then my thoughts started going. And y'all do the same thing.
Yes.
By the time you've been
Yes.
triggered, you go in your secret place, not your secret closet.
No, no.
No, you go in your secret place, and you just no, they didn't. I know she didn't say that to me. What?
And have a whole conversation with yourself.
In your
about
own,
Yes.
and that's why I said we can't be in our own, we can't counsel in our own head.
Yes,
So
yes.
now we've had a trauma, it hurt my heart, and now I've convinced myself that I'm angry, right? So when I went to my daughter, because I value opinions about how I am, because I want to grow. I tell God I want to grow, right? So when I was explaining this to her, and I said, she said, well, Mommy, you were upset. And I said, no, I wasn't upset. I was hurt. And this is what my daughter said. She says, Mom, but you talk about energy all the time. You are always a happy person. Like, I'm always da-da-da-da-da, right? She said, your energy wasn't that.
Wow.
I did not get offended.
Wow.
This is a lesson, women of God.
Yeah.
I did not get offended and go, my energy was good. No, it wasn't.
Right.
No, I wasn't, I didn't yell, I didn't scream, I didn't holler. I went, you know what? Then let me be a little more cognizant of how my energy is projected during the times I feel triggered, turn hurt,
Yeah.
turn now I convince myself
Yeah.
I'm upset.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Makes so much.
Don't say yes, talk, people, talk.
I think I'm putting myself in I'm thinking of experiences that remind me of like, oh wow, I was feeling the same way.
Yeah.
But responded or reacted and called it hurt. But presented in a different way and then went all up in my head and I'm gonna put my business there too. I do that a lot with my husband. When if we're having an exchange and we disagree about something, we had to learn how to disagree and make it okay. But my feelings would get hurt. But my feelings shouldn't get hurt because he has a different opinion of me. Not of me, but of the situation. Of the, whatever we're talking about. He has a right to have a different opinion.
Sure.
It's not to hurt me, that's just his view. So now makes me want to dig deeper to find out why someone who thinks opposite of what I think hurts my feelings.
Right.
It's not personal.
Right.
It's not personal. Why do I take that so personally?
Well, I don't want to be the psychotherapist tonight.
Yes.
But a lot of times that is attached to not being heard.
Yeah.
Growing in those formative years, not being seen, not having my opinion valued, not right. We always taught our children there's a stage where you really are the parents. At least that's how I grew my children up. These parents now are different.
Yes.
You don't get to be 5 and have an opinion. What's on
Right.
the table is what you eat.
That's
These new
it.
parents are like,
Yeah.
well, what would you like? No.
Yes.
But then there comes a time when my children were like eighth grade. Now I need to hear you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to sit at the dinner table and I want to hear what you and you evidently were absent of that.
Yes, middle
And
child.
Yeah, and so now that's your trigger there.
Yes.
You
Makes sense.
Self-awareness, what Pastor was talking about, self-awareness, just being aware of how we respond, how people feel us. We got to grow up,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
it's not easy. It's not easy to take criticism, but it's healthy. In all honesty, I feel it this way. Even if someone's intent is to harm you with the things that they say to you, because everybody's intent is not to grow you and not to
Right.
help you. Some
Good
people
point.
really want to hurt you.
Yes.
Yeah. But you got to be a big girl. And when you see that, forgive them, because you typically know when someone is trying to hurt you. There may be some truth wrapped in the lie. And so always be willing to hear and to listen, but with an ear of discernment.
Yes.
So, you know, I like what Pastor said, you know, and she had her Janae, and we know that's her bestie.
Yes. Next
But
to Bishop, of course.
yes, but that's a trusted individual, someone that you know is not going to lie to you,
Very good
that you
point.
can go to.
Very good
And so
point.
we all need somebody, if it's your husband, if it's your closest friend, you have somebody that you know ain't gon', and I said ain't gon' lie to you.
Yes.
So, and if you don't have that person, you know, a counselor, somebody, but you need that. You need somebody to keep you in check, because we're not always right either.
Right.
And the key is always growth. The key is always to do it better, to get better, and, you know, not get the big head.
That's such a
we
good
say so
point.
often.
And I have to piggyback off of that. Humanistically, and this doesn't always have anything to do with a trauma, we just don't want to hear bad things about ourselves.
True.
Yes.
That's just a human behavior.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to be told the best about them. But that's not growth.
Right.
Because if we live on this side of heaven, the chances that we are perfect are null and void.
Right.
It's impossible.
Right.
It's impossible. And if we say we're perfect, we are just a straight liar.
Yes.
So, to Dr. Zimmerman's point, we have to have a trusted person that can say, no, you moved wrong.
Yeah.
No, you didn't say that with love. No, you should stop that and you should forgive that person. And Dr. Zimmerman said it right, a trusted person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you get the wrong person in their ear, they will take you down a further rabbit hole than you already find yourself
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
And there's no growth. Like
Right.
you said, there's no
Yeah.
growth. Back to Miss Loretta's point, while we're here at the city, a lot of people, not none of these people here, they go and they sit in churches that tickle their fancy and don't challenge them to grow. So they stay there because it makes them feel good. They get the feel good message. Bishop ain't worried about us making us feel good here. He's pushing us to grow.
Yeah. to
And
be
that's
better.
what I love about,
Yeah.
you know, being here at the city.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's where they get their freedom from their traumas.
Yeah.
Right.
You, if you're not pushed, you know, diamonds are made when pressure is applied. So if we're not, you got to be put under a little bit of pressure. A lot of people, like everybody has said, you're walking around traumatized and you don't even know it. You don't know how you're impacting people. Like Pastor said earlier, your energy comes into the room before you do.
Yes.
And you're walking around and everybody can see it. You're not hiding it.
Yes.
Yes.
We
yes.
see you.
Yes.
Yes.
Why didn't make Erica cry?
Everybody sees you. They see you. We think we're doing an effective job at stuffing
That's
it down, and you gotta hold it. Oh, if I don't hold
Say it,
this,
Dr. Zimmerman.
I don't. I'm the only one that can hold this.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna carry it to my grave. Pity you. But we see it. You're not
why did that
fooling
make you
nobody.
laugh?
Because
So-
it just cracked me up because as I started getting to know you, Pastor, you saw right through me.
Yeah.
You saw it all. I don't know how, but some of the things that you said to me, I'm like, did she know me when I was growing up or something? How did she know that? It's
She's been
just
on your
something-
on your Insta.
all-
On your, she was stalking.
And I'm like, well, okay, she know a little something. Maybe I need to pay a little bit more attention.
Yeah, that comes from, I think with my heart.
Yeah.
And that leads me into my last question. I'm led by my heart. I'm not led by emotions anymore. When I was younger, everything made me cry. If you weren't smiling and nice, I just thought you were the worst person ever, right? And I used to say growing up, mean people should have a planet and nice people should have one. And all the mean people can be mean to each other,
Right.
and all the people that want to be nice can be nice to each other. But I quickly learned, because this is a kingdom thing, if that were the case, then us people who are really trying, I'm not perfect, but those of us really trying to live for Christ wouldn't have an opportunity to help someone else.
Right.
We would not have an opportunity to help somebody else. And before I ask my last question, this is sort of a digress, but almost on the topic. Today I'm in the store, and blessings to President Dr. Bro. They had the athletic director passed away. So I stopped my day today to go up and to check on her. And she had a student who committed suicide. And I just knew, and her brother passed away. So I just wanted to check on her. And when I went in the store to get a nice little card, there was a young man, you could tell that he was autistic. And he comes right in the store down my aisle and goes, "Good morning, good." And he was like you, honest to God. He said, "Good Tuesday morning." I said, "Giza." and I looked up, and you could tell that he was an autistic young man. He said, "Well, how are you doing today?" And I said, "I'm doing great." And then he just asked me a couple of other questions. He said, "Well, you're looking for somebody?" And he was just talking. So he left me, and there was another lady in the aisle. He was speaking to her. She was of a different ethnicity. And he said, "Good Tuesday morning." And she did not turn him a response. And I turned to mother mode. I was like, "Excuse me."
Hear him talking to you.
He's talking to you.
Yes, ma'am.
I got mad. I like, you see he's autistic. What you gonna do is speak. Okay. And then I had to remind myself, I said, "Well, Yolanda," okay. Oh boy. So I didn't know if it was racial or she was just traumatized. So I said, "Yolanda, well, maybe she's introverted. Maybe, this is too much for her. Maybe she's scared. So I went through all of these, thoughts in my head. And then I just kind of leaned over to her and said, "I think he's autistic. He just wants you to say hello." Instead of me being in my feelings about it, because I turned to a mother really, really, really fast. But that's just a small example that his challenge was seeable.
Yeah.
Do you understand where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Yes.
I could see his challenge.
Yes.
Yes.
Other people, to Dr. Zimmerman's point, we're not hiding it.
No.
If you have a heart and you care about God's people, you see pain.
Yes.
You see it. Now, we may not always be paying attention, but if
Right.
you're paying attention, you see it.
Yes.
But I'm curious to know, before we sign off, what are the one or two things that each of you did to move through the deepest trauma that you've ever had? What are some of the practices? What are one or two of the things that you did? Well, first of all, we have to go, because I have a better question that leads to the next question. What was the light bulb? What was the moment you knew, I'm in trouble? And I realized that I have a trauma and it's not working for me. Or did you have a light bulb moment? So that's my first question. Did you have that moment where you're like, "You know what? I've had trauma and I need healing." And then what was the one thing? Let's go with the one thing you did to start that healing process.
Wow.
And we'll start with Erica.
I think when my kids started to tell me that I wasn't really that great of a person.
Wow.
And I realized that, yeah, I'm kind of mean.
Wow.
And they don't deserve that. They didn't do anything to deserve that. They're my kids. Why should they deserve to be treated that way because of something that I experienced?
Wow.
And then coming to the City of Praise helped me realize, yeah, you got some things you need to work out. And the gratitude journey, to be honest,
Wow.
it showed me I have so much to be grateful for. Despite all the things that happened to me, I really, I honestly think like God himself sent an angel just to sit by me every day because I have gone through some things. I have seen some things.
Yeah.
And there's no way that God doesn't exist because who else would have protected
Good
me?
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
God.
nobody
Yeah.
else that was there, just me. Who else kept me from being hurt by somebody? Who else kept me from being
Yeah.
possibly touched by somebody that shouldn't have been touching me?
Yeah.
There's nobody else that was there.
Yeah.
Had
Yeah.
to be God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I think the thing that I did was I started to get counseling.
Yeah.
I'm not finished with counseling.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I started to get counseling and I started taking medications.
Okay.
And when my boys told me that they saw a difference in me, I was like, okay, we on the right track now.
Wow.
Good
Wow.
stuff.
That is awesome. That is
And you bring up a good point that I just want to say, and Dr. Zimmerman will probably confirm. There's nothing wrong with medication
Right.
for a little while. I know we
A
shy
little while.
away. Yes, for a little while. I'm going to claim you don't always need it. But for a little while,
In
while you're
agreement.
working through this healing
Yes.
process, don't throw that idea away.
Yes.
If the medication makes you groggy, drowsy, foggy, all the things that I think some of these neuropathic medicines can do,
Keep
talk
going
to your
back.
doctor.
Keep going
let
back
them-
until you're satisfied with how, I'm sorry.
No, I want you to.
Until you're satisfied with how you feel, if it's making you
Yeah.
groggy, if it's making you sleepy, keep going back, keep aggravating them until they get it right. It's a
Yeah.
work in progress. It takes time for it to build up into your system as well. But once it's there and once the combination is correct, you'll know.
See?
You will
You gotta
know how.
advocate
Wow.
for yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely, you have to
That's
speak
exactly
up for
what you're
yourself.
saying. Yeah.
And medicate, you listen, everyone that frowns on anyone that has to take medicine, you take a Tylenol. You take a Benadryl. No need, so for people that need medication for psychological benefits, why would we frown at that? Why would
Yeah.
we frown? I'm proud of you, and I want to say in front of this audience,
Yeah.
I am proud. Can you mute everybody, please, for me? I am proud of you for, number one, being open. I'm proud of you for taking that first step in God.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you for not running from your past and sitting in counseling and acknowledging that. I'm proud of you for saying, look, you're on medication, but it's helping you. And I'm really, really proud that your sons can see a major difference. I'm proud that
Yes.
the word is working for you.
It is.
Yeah.
And the
my
gratitude journey.
BFFs
Shout out
now.
to the gratitude journey. We need Teresa Parko to please mute your phone or your computer, please. Will, if you can make sure everyone on Zoom is muted, I would be so grateful. Loretta.
Wow. It's one thing that trickled into a whole another area. But when I came to the city, I was broken. But nobody knew that, or nobody did not say that to me.
Right.
I was broken, I was hurt, not knowing which way to go, marriage in trouble, have a young child. And I know without a shadow of a doubt, God brought me here.
Wow.
Even though my husband was already coming, but God brought me here. And like I said, every Sunday, I got something to live on that week. And I saw myself gradually grow and change. And when you started the gratitude journey, and I got on and I spoke my truth, that is when it was, okay, you got more growing to do.
Yeah.
You got to let a lot go that you have not spoken about.
Right.
And so then I went to CR, and I saw someone speaking of their testimony, and that just like it was like a bomb went off of my head.
Wow.
Girl, you got to come here.
Wow.
And then that was the growth process of me letting go of stuff that I had buried, not realizing I was afraid of life. as a little girl, I was afraid of life.
Wow.
And then not knowing that I was so sensitive. Like you said, everything somebody said to me, I'm ready to cry, I'm ready to fuss. And then it was my mother-in-law. She said, you got to get some tough skin.
Well, my mother-in-law told me the same thing.
I didn't know what that
What's up with
meant.
these mother-in-laws?
I did not know what that, I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
She said, no, when I talk to you and try to help you, don't get sensitive or ready to bite back. And it was like a trickle effect. And I look at myself in the mirror now, I'm like, I like you.
Yeah.
I really do, because I did not like myself.
Wow.
So, and I'm going to shout out to everybody. If you don't go to the city, come to the city.
Yes.
Show better.
I'm going to shout out.
Come on. Show better.
Yeah.
I'm going to shout that out because that is where I grew up. I grew into the woman I am now.
Wow.
So,
Wow. I'm glad you talked tonight. You and Erica.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's so much wisdom.
I'm so glad.
That was cool. Me, so for me, it was forgiveness. I lost my father when I was 22, and I had just had my oldest child and was about to head into my master's. And I didn't realize, I was here at the time. I grew up in South Central Los Angeles, yes.
Oh.
I came here to go to the Howard University.
Okay.
So, yes. So I had returned home to take my daughter home. And my father was very ill then. And I realized quickly that this may be the last time I see him. And I was home for the holidays. And we were talking, I remember it like it was yesterday, and we were talking in my grandmother's driveway. I was about to head on, and I was leaving that night to come back over here on to the East Coast. And my father was crying. Our interactions were very strange during that visit. I think he knew it would be the last time he saw me as well. And so every time he saw me, he was tearful. And this time, I was talking, and I realized that everything that my mother went through, I blamed him for not being there.
Jesus.
And I was carrying that.
Jesus.
And I knew, like, you got to forgive him while you can look at him.
Good God.
And that was important to me. Now I'm a mom, so when you become a parent, you see life a little different. And so I was standing in the driveway talking to him, and I was just like, Dad, I forgive you. I don't know, I believe he understood because it was just so out of context that I said it. But I had to do that for me, but I also had to do that for him.
Jesus.
Because I think his tears were, he knew that maybe he disappointed me, but he knew I was going to be okay. And I knew in order for me to live my life without him, I could not carry unforgiveness past his death.
Good God.
So I had to we both put some things to rest there, and my father was gone 2 months later. But I am so grateful to God. I believe that, and I was sitting there thinking when Pastor asked, what was the moment for you where, you realized things changed, like you got your freedom, it began my healing journey. And then after that, I got my master's degree, and when you get your master's in counseling, they tell you, you got to work your stuff out before you counsel other people, and you got to know what it feels like to sit on the other side of the couch. So in the last year of my program, I went to a therapist, and I didn't know that I was a little anxious. I didn't know. So, and I was able to work through that and also get the experience of what it felt like to be a client. So, and I think that makes me a better therapist. But what precipitated my healing was forgiving my father. Forgiving the one that, though he never put his fist to my mother, I didn't see him harm her. His absence, I blamed him for everything that she went through. So I would admonish you, you know, those who hurt you, since we're talking about trauma, and everybody doesn't have the luxury that I did to forgive that person while he was still here. But start that journey, whatever that looks like for you, and forgive first. So
That's
it.
so good. I have nothing to add to that. Nothing. That's so well articulated.
Thank you, Pastor.
Wow.
I know. You have Loretta over here just boo-hooing.
Yes, yes. For me, I realized, or my aha moment was it was changing who I knew myself to be. I was changing who I knew myself to be. I was starting not to recognize myself. I was just numb. I was like, my cutoff game was strong. It was like,
I used to have that game.
my cutoff game was like strong, and I'm not really, like, growing up, I'm not that kid. I'm not that person. I was sensitive, always very caring and nurturing, but I started cutting that part. I was like, okay, and I could keep it moving and not look back. And I was like, that's not who you are. That's not who you are. But it really was eye-opening when I saw me doing that to, like, my family, like people, my blood family, because it was like, and I learned this in IHU, I recreated what my family looked like based on what I desired and what I wanted to bring for my children when I, had children. I recreated that. It's like, no, this is toxic. I'm not,
Right.
and I just recreated it to be what I wanted it to be. Now, thank God I'm married and I have my daughter now, and I have an opportunity to make my family that. But before I had that, I was already recreating what I wanted my family to look like. Because, like I said, that cutoff game was strong. I was becoming numb. I wasn't feeling. If something happened, or somebody did something to me, I just learned to just cut it off. Okay, you mean me no well. This is not serving me.
Yeah.
You don't have an opportunity to hurt me anymore.
Yeah.
But then I wasn't growing. I wasn't forgiving. I knew I wasn't forgiving because if I saw them or if I was in the same space with them, I just would avoid them. I didn't interact with them. If so, it was very minimal.
Right.
But that's when I said, something, you got to do something about this. Something is not right. There's somewhere where you just stopped, and you can't go on like this. Because I realized I would take that behavior into my marriage,
Sure.
into, other relationships that mean a lot to me. But once I realized I was showing up like that, it was easy to show up like that. It didn't matter when and where. So that was my aha moment. It's like, I don't recognize this person. Why are you so numb? Why don't you feel like you used to feel? Like, not feel like you used to feel, but actually feel. Like my heart, I wasn't feeling with my heart. I wasn't hearing with my heart. I allowed myself to cut that off. So, but now it's interesting. After going through IHU, I had already started the process a little bit, but that's why IHU was easy for me to say, oh yeah, I want to do this, because I knew that would usher in more of the healing. And middle of the semester, I remember I went into the restroom and I looked at myself in the mirror, and it was like seeing an old friend. Like, I recognized a different me. I could see the old me, the feeling
Hold your
me.
mic up. They need to hear this.
The feeling me. I recognized that. I felt different about me. I saw me show up for me different. That was midway through IHU. Like, I was like, wow. Where you been?
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah. And I started to feel again. I started to, just show up in a different way. was able to show up different way from my mother. I was able to let her in.
Jesus.
It wasn't as awkward in spaces with her anymore because it wasn't like out of obligation. She's my mother. I got to do what I got to do because I don't want to go to hell. You know, I'm supposed to honor my mother and my father regardless of what they did.
Right.
I was doing it, but out of obligation. There was no real feeling there. I was like doing it because I had to do it, but now I really wanted to do it.
Wow.
So yeah, it was a softening happening.
That was so powerful you to say, you know, I looked in the mirror and was like, where you been?
Yeah.
And the answer to that question is you were lost in that trauma.
Yeah.
So we have gone over our time. We try to keep it within an hour, hour and a half, so we're really not too far over time. Because I want to ask this one last question. The challenge is you have to answer it with only 3 words.
Okay. I like that.
It can only be in 3 words. So as we're looking at now, we have 73 women now. A couple have dropped off. And we recognize that I'm going to ask this question to everyone on the Zoom just so that we are acknowledging what is our truth. Who has ever been through a trauma before? Put a heart up. Put a heart up. Go down to the react button and put a heart up. I want to see who has ever, yeah. Our screen here should be flooded with hearts, because if you haven't, we need to come through the screen, see what you're talking about. Okay. Here's my question, ladies, and you're going to may need to close your eyes and dig deep for this answer. What would you want someone to know that has held on to past trauma? What would you want a person holding on to trauma? What would you want them to know? And you have to answer in 3 to 5 words. I'll give you 3 to 5 words.
I got it.
Oh, I love it.
You deserve better.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yes.
Everybody type that in the chat right
Yes,
now.
you
Type that.
deserve
I,
better.
but make it personal. I
you
deserve
deserve
better. Oh my. See, Erica, you deserve better. Okay.
I'll say 3 words, your original challenge. Learn from it.
Oh, I'm so glad I asked this question. And y'all not gonna believe it. Like I just had a question, but I reworded it. I'm so glad. So hold on. This is a good way. So you deserve better, and learn from. Let me write it down. Lord, somebody send this to me. Somebody send this to me.
There, I see it up there.
Did we record?
Yes, it was recording.
Okay, good. So Keisha, Loretta.
Go ahead.
In fact, I'm gonna type it because I don't trust somebody to send it to me. Let me type it. You deserve better and learn from it. Okay, Keisha or Loretta?
I was making sure I'm not sticking to the 3 words, but give me the 5.
No, I said 3 to 5. You can do 3 to
Yes.
5.
There's purpose in the pain.
Yeah.
Purpose in the pain. Go ahead. Ooh, there's
Very good.
purpose in the pain. My God, today. Loretta, you so busy typing, you got to come up with your words.
Get the help.
Oh!
Get the help.
Get the help.
Oh! Are y'all typing this?
Yes,
Somebody
they
said,
are.
don't suffer in silence.
And Tam said,
Yeah.
get counseling. That was 2
That's
words.
what Tam said?
It was 2 words. Yeah.
Well, I have 5. I'm using all 5 of my words. All 5 of them. Stop killing yourself and live.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
And that's how we're going to, and you're going to say, Pastor Yolanda, that's so in your face.
Yeah.
But stop it. It goes back to every last one of these. You deserve better. That person that raped you, molested you, they don't deserve to have your peace.
That's
Yes.
it.
That person that abandoned you and forgot to wrap their arms around you and tell you that you are worthy of being loved, they don't deserve you to have low self-esteem.
Yes.
It is now time to stop killing yourself and live.
Yes.
And the way you live is to get the help, learn from it, know there's purpose in the pain. All of, man, I like my candy
That's
conversation.
good.
God,
I do
dog
too.
it.
Love it.
God, I'm gonna have y'all on every show. Every show, we're just gonna be the traveling candy conversation group. Can somebody pull up Keisha and find out what our next March candy conversation is? We're going
Yes.
to bid you
Mental
all adieu.
health.
I do want to say with all seriousness, sis, these were some good points. And I'm going to post them on all my social media pages.
Yeah, mental health.
Our March 3rd candy conversation is on mental health, which is actually a very good segue off of trauma.
Yes.
It's a very good segue off of trauma. And I'll probably have Dr. Zimmerman back because individuals that are suffering from depression, anxiety, sadness, schizophrenia, paranoia, I guarantee you in large percent it's because it was the catalyst of a trauma. I do realize there are brain imbalances. I get that. But I still stand on the premise that it's largely in part because of an unaddressed trauma. That's the better way
I'd
to put
agree.
it.
Yes.
And Dr. Zimmerman said she agrees.
Yeah.
So I want to repeat these. You deserve better. Learn from it. There's purpose in the pain. Get the help.
Yeah.
Stop killing yourself and live. I thank you for joining us on our February Candy Conversations. It is my honor. It is our honor to bring hope into your home, your living room, your job, wherever you are. It is not the end of the road. It's not over until God says it's over. And if you have breath in your body, it's still an opportunity for God to turn everything in your favor.
Yeah.
Somebody said, great conversation. I wanted to read some of the comments. We'll do that next candy conversation. Thank you, Pastor and panel. You can read them. You can use your mic, Retta. I was just reading them off the screen there.
You are enough. Thank you, Pastor and panel. Wonderful conversation. Stop killing yourself and live in peace, joy, love, and pleasantness. Hold on, pain ends. Hope.
Hey!
Yeah, and they typed up, I am enough.
If you don't know, I'm sorry, Loretta, if you don't know, my university is entitled Intrepid Hope University. You can go to intrepidhopeuniversity.com.
Yes.
And I would love to have you a student there. Honestly, if you do the work, your life will change.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some people come in, they join, and they just do the paperwork. They're not doing the soul work. And if you don't do the soul work, you won't see the difference
Yeah.
that the work can make. We are honored to be before you. I'm honored to have stepped into your space. I'm honored that you listened. I'm honored that we are growing together. And as I sign off, it's my birthday month. It's my birthday
Oh,
month.
tell me about the the kindness. You want to share it so
Yes.
other people? Oh,
So for my birthday,
yeah.
I have been asked quite a bit. Pastor, what do you want? Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What do you want to get into? How do you want to do it? How do you want to do it? And I am going to put disclaimer. I put a video out earlier today. All of my close friends and family, y'all better come correct for the birthday and the celebrations, okay? I just want to put that in the pocket, okay? All right. But for everyone else, I really do desperately want a birthday gift from all of you. It's 73 of you on right now. And I'm begging you for this very special, special birthday gift that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. I've started a movement, and the movement is called Love in Action. All I'm asking is for every single day of the month of February is that you choose one person to do something kind for every single day. And let me give you the parameters. I'm not expecting you to break your bank, But like today, I went and got a card. You don't even have to go get a card. Everybody has a piece of paper and a pen. You can write a note. Somebody may just need a hug. Someone may need to be told, you're beautiful. That's important to people. You look nice today. Now, if you want to buy them a pair of shoes and a purse, go for it. But what I'm saying is it could be a cup of tea that you buy them, honestly. It could be you lend them a listening ear. And I'm asking you to take a picture with that person and post it to social media on Facebook, wherever you have it, and just type, I joined the movement with Pastor Yolanda, and hashtag it, hashtag love in action. That way, we want to flood social media with some type of love, kindness, and positivity. The world is in a downward spiral with deaths, with systemic racism, job insecurity, low self-esteem. People are hurting and grieving. We want to give them some sunshine. If you could help me celebrate my birthday in that way. I am even participating in my own movement. So today I showed up with nothing but cakes for the whole panel.
Yes, she did.
Lord.
Yes.
So
We're going to eat them as soon as we sign
when we
off.
sign off, we're going to have a nothing but cake eating party, okay? But that was one of my acts of kindness today. But I'm only asking you to do one and upload it. And make sure you say, I joined the movement with Pastor Yolanda, and hashtag it Love in Action. And the purpose of the hashtag is so that anyone that types that hashtag in will find all of our goodness, our kindness, our love just flooded. It's time to change the trajectory of the internet. The reason we have shows like Death in December, I don't know, all these dreadful shows about killings and murders, it's horrible. It's because they realize the world now has an appetite for it. Yes. But let's change that. Let's give them an appetite for kindness and love. So one act of kindness per day, something simple, something very simple, if you want to take the next 26 days and say, I'm going to write one person a letter every day, that's perfectly fine. If you want to buy someone in your office a bundt cake every day, if you want to find somebody and give them a cup of tea, but just one act of kindness per day, I joined the movement with Pastor Yolanda, hashtag love in action.
And
I'll
Women
be
Who
so
Rise, hashtag.
Huh?
Hashtag Women
WWR.
Who Rise.
Well,
WWR.
I thought about that. I said if they put a love in action, it'll find its way.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll find it. Because I have so many different groups in my life. I've got Women Who Rise, I have AKAs, I have Kingdom Queens, I have Pink Pearls, I have all the groups. So I figured if we put hashtag love in action, we'll find it. And remember, the words are written together. When you do a hashtag, there are no spaces. You put it all together. I love you all so much. Thank you for joining.
Good
Thank you,
night.
thank
Good
you, thank
night.
you for joining. And I hope you enjoyed
Thank
yourselves
you.
tonight. Thank you so much. And we did it in, yeah, a couple minutes shy of an hour and a half. Not bad. Thank you, panel.
Great show.
Y'all
Thank
came
you.
through with the wisdom
Thank
tonight.
you. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, the final question, we did nailed it. But y'all's
Oh, they're
answers
still
are what
on.
nailed it, not the question.
They're still on.
The answers, you deserve better. Learn from it. There's purpose in pain. Get help. Stop killing yourself and live. Somebody said we have a final question? Who said that? Who had a question? You can ask your question, Janet Hall. They were about to sign off on you. We were getting the countdown in the church.
No, I was saying yes to the question. Yes, it was just phenomenal, and it has helped me.
Thank God.
It has helped me.
Thank God.
I receive each and every one of you individually and collectively as a whole. So thank you, Pastor Yolanda, for hosting this.
My pleasure. That's so sweet. Thank you, Janet Wilson Hall. Hey, Streeter Sisters. Hey, Janet Rivers Richardson. Linda Washington, love you. Darlene, love you. Alfreda, love you. Deshaun Thomas, love you. Lakeisha, love you. Candace, love you. Rosetta McAllister, you've been hanging in there with us on everything I'm doing. Thank you. Linda Wilson, God bless you, beautiful. Shirley Johnson, God bless you. E. Douglas, Faye Rowley, Candace Rogers, Michelle Minister, hot hair Michelle Warren, yes ma'am. Roberta Soror, Roberta Whites Cooper, she's eating something good too. Y'all make us hungry. We better break out our bundt cakes real quick. Oh, she's drinking tea. Hey, Patricia Trammell, God bless you. God bless you, beautiful. God bless you. If any of you want to join me for future Candy Conversations, take a look at, can we drop that in the chat before they all hang up? It's a list of what we're discussing each month. And if you want to join me, reach out to me, and you could potentially be one of my very special panelists. Next month is domestic violence. It's Domestic Violence Month, I'm assuming. That's why we put it in March. Oh, it's not?
Next month is mental health.
I meant mental health. Please excuse me. Next month is mental health, which is why that's the subject. But we're talking about things like, may I have it? I think I have it on my phone. Can I give it to you ladies really quickly? I'm going to do the rundown. You should have, wait a minute, 1 second. You will get this. I have it right here. Oh, I had it right here. Here we go. So March the 3rd is mental health. After that is menopause. May 5th is singles. June is I was going to do a wives master class. Then blended families in July. Mothering in August. Substance abuse in September. Domestic violence in October. Health and wellness in November. And true friendships in December. I'm going to teach you in the panel how to identify a true friend. Yeah, that's a good lineup right there. So if any of those pique your interest and you would like to be on the panel, reach out to me or see one of my assistants, Kisa or Loretta, and they will try to see if we can get you on the panel. And listen, y'all stop looking at us because we finna go have a bundt cake party, okay?
Pastor?
Yes.
Kimberly DeVita says, this is my first Candy Conversation of many more to come.
Aww.
Thank you for your transparency and your truth. I attended the comedy show and had a blast. God bless you all.
Oh, yay! Thank you so much. That's so sweet. We're honored to have you back. We really appreciate it. So we hope you join us every first Tuesday of the month. That's how you can remember when Candy Conversations are. They're every first Tuesday of the month. Shout out to Mama the JoJo. That is my birth mama. She is beautiful and wonderful and kind. Oh, since y'all are still on and nosy, update on my son Jordan.
Yes.
So my son Jordan has been back and forth to the ER, back and forth, and we finally got him in to see the orthopedic surgeon. And we received 3, Bishop and I are we're not liberal, or we're judicious when it comes to surgery, right? So we got 3 different opinions and found out yesterday they are going to try a guided injection. It's a video guided injection that goes right to where that bone is pressing on the nerve, and they're going to try that first. After he gets better from that, they're going to try some physical therapy. So I'm really excited about them trying some other avenues rather than going straight into surgery. He's so young.
Yes.
And once you get back surgery, it's often a repetitive type of thing. So he'll always have to be a lot more judicious in how he works out and that kind of thing. But at least we have another option. So I do ask those of you that really love the Lord, know the Lord, talk to the Lord, keep him in your
Yes.
prayers. And Mama, we love you. Thank you, everybody. Listen, stop staring at us. And go
Good
think about what
night.
you're going to do for somebody tomorrow. That's not. Oh, is everybody going to join my movement for my birthday?
Yeah.
Okay, I only got 2 people saying yes. What about the rest of y'all? Are
yeah.
y'all? I need
Right,
every
they're saying yes.
join the movement.
Mama JoJo's calling.
Yes, ma'am.
Before you go real quick, yes, I was scheduled to do therapy, but I won't be doing therapy now. Dr. Toulouse has ordered me to do quantic therapy.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Oh, good.
So I won't be doing actual physical therapy. I'll be in the water doing my therapy.
Yes.
That's the best therapy.
Yes, that's better.
Do something like that with Jordan.
Yes, ma'am. That's actually the best. It's less
Yes.
pressure on your joints.
Yes.
Yeah, so I love that. Just got to make sure she goes, so.
What's the movement for your birthday?
Huh?
What's the movement for your birthday? I don't know what it is.
Who said that?
Linda Wilson.
Linda, we done talked about this. Linda, what were you doing? Cooking, girl? You were cooking. Jesus. Okay, well, Linda, thank you for asking. So, what I'm asking for my birthday, now this is excluding family and friends that are supposed to go above and beyond, amen. I always have to keep putting that out there because I don't want them to go, no, I did my acts of kindness. No.
28 days worth.
Yeah, no, that's different. But what I'm asking everyone is for every day in February, you choose a person to do one act of kindness for them. And then you take a picture. Like today, I brought everyone bundt cakes. So we took a picture with all of our bundt cakes, and I'll post it and they'll say, I joined the movement with Pastor Yolanda, hashtag Love in Action. That is the name of the movement, Love in Action. And that's just my way of saying, help me spread love, right? I've been married 32 years, and my husband even said on my way out the door today, my husband said, you are just the kindest person I've ever known. And that meant so much because he's such a kind person, right? And so the people that you live with know you better than anyone else. So if they can say that, so I'm on this train too to show love. And some of you may need to write that letter to someone that hurt you and say, God told me to share this love with you. And don't do it mean. Now, don't write them a letter and go, I'm forgiving you, your little trifling behind. That's not love. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay. So thank you, Linda. So raise your hand or put up a heart if you're going to join the movement. Everybody going to join the movement. Okay, those of you off camera, give me some kind of sign, symbol, throw a smoke signal toward the city of praise. Do something to tell me you're going to join. So I should be able to look at Facebook and just see a flood of this movement. We want to break the internet with positivity.
Yes.
And they have to know it's called Love in Action. And here's the interesting thing. I literally just started this movement actually the 1st of February, but I put it out major yesterday. A newspaper called me today and wanted to do an article about it.
Wow.
What it said to me was, people really want love.
Want it.
They really do want it. There's an appetite out there for it. That's what, because we haven't gotten started really yet.
Yes.
Right? That was God sent. So if we can get women all around the world, I'm calling on all my friends in all different countries that I've ever visited, all different states. I've been to almost every state in the U.S. I'm calling on everybody. So I'm asking you to ask your neighbors, your friends, your sister circles to join this movement with Pastor Yolanda, hashtag Love in Action. And let's have Jeff Bezos call and go, what in the world is this foolishness? And then we can get him saved.
Amen.
Do you know
Yes.
Jesus? Are you saved? Is your name written in the Lamb's Book of Life? All right. Love y'all. Good night. We're going to go have our bundt cake party.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, all.
Love you, Mama the JoJo.
Have a blessed night.
Good night. When you sleep, be sweet.
Amen.
Stop stealing my words, Miss Linda.